So this is the Combat Station. I'm your host, Ty Matthews, and today we have a special guest on, Kyle Stewart. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Don't worry, mate. It's all right. So let's start off. Obviously, recently in ex-MMA, you had a fight with a fellow UFC veteran, Zak Ottow. Now,
Uh-huh.
would you rate your performance on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably an 8, maybe a not 8.5. 8.5 is about right.
Now, how did you feel during the fight? Did you feel comfortable in there? Do you feel better than ever?
Yeah, I felt really comfortable, more comfortable and relaxed than I have in any of my fights thus far. Just real present in the moment, going exchange for exchange, not letting anything get to me mentally. That's been a big thing with me and in my fights is sometimes I get too worried about winning and losing, and rather than just going out there and performing moment by moment.
Now, do you still feel you are improving in your career? As obviously you are a veteran at this point.
Say again?
Do you still feel like you are improving in your
Improving?
career? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm looking forward to going out and showing that next Friday.
Now you are back in the big shows of Bellator. Now,
Yes, sir.
this matchup of Lorenz Larkin, how are you feeling going into it? Are you in a good condition?
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, I just had my other fight about 3 weeks ago. I was a little dinged up from that fight with a few bumps and bruises, but I feel good overall. I'm still in shape. I've been back in the gym training still. So, I mean, I think I like the short, quick turnaround, Mr. Bellator. So you're not going to say no, you know?
Mm. How does it feel? Are you excited to be back in a big promotion as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You get tired of, for a lot of reasons, you get tired of, I call it the MMA purgatory. Once you fought in the UFC or you fought in Bellator and you get released, and then you're back on the regional scene and you're fighting for like peanuts, man. But the only guys that'll fight you are former UFC and Bellator guys. So it's like you're still fighting high level competition, but you're fighting those guys for like 1/5 the amount of money that you would be fighting if you were in Bellator or the UFC. So it's just like, it's almost like you're like, what's the point of continuing to do this if I have to fight, because you look at who you got to fight and you're like, damn, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze to keep doing this. But, if you love it enough, you'll just keep doing it regardless. And that's kind of what I've done. My last 5 opponents were all either UFC or Bellator vets, or one was on the Ultimate Fighter, the other one fought in the Contender Series. So it's like the guys that I've been fighting, they've all fought at a pretty high level. It just sucks to have to fight those guys for such a small amount of money.
Now, how do you feel your style clashes with Lorenz Larkin, and what are you going to bring that you believe will be able to stop him and help you in the fight?
I think our styles are similar. We're both strikers. We're both comfortable on the feet. We both like that. He's a lot faster, more explosive than me. A lot longer than him. Not a lot longer, but I'm at least a little longer than him. I don't know. Like I don't have a fight prediction. I don't have, I'm gonna go beat him and stop him in this round or whatever. It's a tough fight. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not concerned with the outcome. I'm just concerned with performing. And I know if I go out there and perform, as I said, in the moment, second by second, exchange for exchange, if I do that, I have this thing where I say there's 900 seconds in a 15-minute fight. If I win the majority of those 900 seconds, second by second, then I'll win the fight. So that's what I'm looking to do. Not worry, there's if I get cracked, if I get dropped, move on to the next moment. If I hurt him and it starts to swing in my way, just stay on it, move on to the next moment. That's kind of what I did in the Zak Ottow fight, and everything came together fucking beautifully.
Now you're fighting in Bellator.
Uh-huh.
Where do you think this fight would put you in the Bellator rankings, and do you plan to keep fighting with Bellator? Is that the plan if you get a win here?
Oh, absolutely. I signed a multi-fight deal with them, so I'm not planning on going anywhere. As far as where it puts me in the rankings, I'm I'm not worried about the rankings. I really want to show off, and I want to go off when they get in the cage, and I want to perform to my best ability, and I want to make it to where other guys want to fight me. I would like to go fight in Ireland though. They got that Bellator Ireland fight coming up, Bellator Ireland card. So I'd like to go do that for sure. But as far as where it puts me in the rankings, man, like, I don't know. I feel like, what do rankings matter? Rankings matter if you're the guy that everybody wants to fight, So that's the way I see it.
Now, you said you want to fight.
Fight.
Okay. Now, you said you want to fight on the island card. But how active? You said you want to fight on the island card. But in general, how active would you like to be this year? How many times would you like to fight?
I like to fight. Well, let's see. The fight will be in May, June, July, September, October, November, December, January. That'll give me 8 months left to fight. I like to fight. I definitely like to fight one more time before the end of the year, maybe 2 more times.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something. How has fighting changed your life, would you say? And what are your favorite things to do outside of fighting?
How has fighting changed my life? It's given it purpose, giving me something to wake up and chase after every day, which in today's society doesn't seem to exist for a lot of people. A lot of people just go through the motions and work their 9 to 5s and don't have anything that, that they're passionate about. So that's what it's done for me. And what was your other question?
What is your favorite thing to do outside of fighting? What are your other hobbies?
I don't really have any. I study a lot of film. I'll listen to some podcasts, and I go to work. I still work a 40-hour job, 40-hour a week job. So like I tell everybody, I don't have a social life. I'm either at work at nighttime, or I'm home with my girl, or I'm at the gym. Sometimes I hang out with my dogs.
What's his name, mate?
His name's Patch. That's right. That's my hobby. I spend time with my dogs. Go to the dog park. We go on trips. You go on adventures. That's what we do.
Well, mate, hopefully you make enough money that you won't have to work another job with fighting.
I don't know. Here it is. We'll disagree with that. And I fought in the UFC before, and I got UFC money. I lost, so it wasn't a whole lot of money. But I see a lot of young fighters. This is a good message to deliver to a lot of young fighters. They get to the UFC, they get to Bellator, they're making their fucking $15,000-$30,000 paychecks, whatever it is, and then they quit their normal job and they want to live on that. Well, that can be real short-lived. I mean, I went 0-2 in the UFC. I was in and out in 6 months. So 6 months later, you're sitting there and you're like, shit, I'm back at the bottom, and I got to work my way back up, and then the way I look at it is, if you're making $100,000 paychecks, then you can go ahead and quit your job. You can quit your job. If you're making $100,000 paychecks and you're fighting 3 times a year, go ahead and quit your job. If you're not making $100,000 paychecks, like, save your money. Because a lot of people, I want to open my own business, I want to open my own gym here in 2 or 3 years. And I'm like, shit, man, I got to work an extra 60. I got to work an extra 20 hours a week. So 60 hours a week just to save up money so I can open up a gym. And the way I see it now is like, that big lump sum of money that you get from your fight purse, you can put that aside. I'm just going to put that aside for when I need a down payment for a loan on my gym, and I think a lot of young fighters are like, oh, I'm balling. I got a fat $30,000 sitting in my fucking bank account, whatever it is. And they just want to live off of that. They don't want to go work a job, and they just want to train at the gym. And it's like, I don't know if that's the move, man. You'll be regretting it. You'll be regretting it if you end up being one of those guys that gets cut early, which is a lot of guys, so I enjoy working my job. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's I work, after this, I definitely won't be working any overtime, but just be working my normal 40 hours a week, still going to the gym, still training, and stacking my money at the same time.
Well, mate, I do wish you the best of success with your career. Now, any message you'd like to hit your fans with?
No, thanks for supporting me, to all my fans who've supported me even after I got cut by the UFC. I'm looking forward to going over to Paris and putting on the show. And I really appreciate all these people for sticking with me and riding with me for so long.
Well, mate, I want to say thank you for your time here. And I wish you the best of luck in your fight against Lorenz Larkin. Hopefully you can get the win and keep going forward with your career.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
This is the Combat Station. This was Kyle Stewart, and we are out.